the LAVALOON puppet might make a comeback with this strategy, so let's dive in and see how to use the quadruple clone spells. Here we are on the first base and we got a very centralized town hall. Now guys, I'm here to show you how to use the LAVALOON puppet. Let's say if you upgraded it or you just want to show off to your clanmates or friends, something unique, okay? Because I've literally tried for days to bring and make out of something out of this strategy. It was so hard. Okay, let's be real, it's really hard. Now with the queen ability, you can see we took down 2 of the air defenses, air sweepers. Now I really wanted to take down this back end air defense, but I actually came up with a decent plan when I saw it's not gonna work out and we have to invest more of those rocket loons. So the abilities and the equipment basically of your heroes are going to be the ones carrying this strategy mainly, because you want to clear as much sides as much possible, so 2 rocket loons on this air defense, it's gonna go down. We took down the lower air defense and the only I think air defense remaining is the top one and the one we can already see on the screen. So I'm waiting to see how can we deal with this CC and the Inferno Tower. We do not have a poison in this army, so we are just relying on the King's Phoenix, King's Earthquake Boots and stuff to take down that. Now the RC shield goes on to give us more funnel on the top hand side. This is why we can use the other rocket loons to take down the multi Inferno. And look at this, 4 clones for the LAVALOON puppet. I'm adding rocket loons because some of these clone spells will not work as well with the LAVALOON puppets. You need a few rocket loons to support, and now you can go ahead and take down the last air defense. Meanwhile, the rocket loons did amazing job and you can see how we're clearing the last defenses with these. So the major thing is to make a path for your LAVALOON puppet so you can clone them into either the core, or let's say the base has a different town hall setup in a certain angle or a certain corner of the base. You just want to get through the damage with the LAVALOON, and the less damage sides of the base, you want to take it down with the equipments that give you that value, the ones that you can use and absolutely wreck a certain side of the base. Let's move on to the next hit. Here we are on the next one, and this one is a diamond base, a very weird setup, but it did have a certain air defense angles which was harder to get with the queen. So what I want to do is to take down this area with a flame flinger. I didn't talk much about a flame flinger on the last attack, but you really want to get a decent value where there is no ground exposed, or if there is mortars, you want to take them down with that rocket loons. Now we are going to activate the town hall. I really wanted to sui this town hall because it sits in a corner and we do not have a Tesla farm, so it should be an easy task for the queen if she decides to go in. That is a big if. Okay, now king on this side, I really wanted the king to go and also get some certain value of this whole base, but yeah, it's gonna kind of merge with the queen, or is it not? Depends on the Tesla and the queen, but my queen is gonna end up dying. So I dropped the RC for that town hall, and the king ability will go off just to give us a big funnel. The flame flinger is still doing fine from the lower side, I can see, because it's still alive. I didn't really check it too much, maybe I should have, but still fine. Now we got some cleanup on this side, and look, we got 1 air defense here and 2 on the left. So what I wanted to do was first to take down this king at least, but by the way, you can use more headhunters instead of the Yeti in this army, because usually I put the Yeti for the flame flinger, but when you have rocket loons, it's just easier task to use the rocket loons. Now going with the clone on these LAVALOON puppets, going to the last air defense, and look, the angle is right on top of the major defenses. We are moving through the base, and now I really wanted to kind of take down the air defense on the back end, but we didn't have good timing, but we're still fine. We are having the most amount of damage on the back end, and the LAVALOON puppets with the rocket loons are taking down everything. And guys, this strategy is so strong once the LAVALOON puppet even gets a buff, because they can add a new LAVALOON to it, so we have 3, and then if they add 1 level to the clone spell in Town Hall 17, we are gonna get double the amount of LAVALOON that you are currently seeing in this video. That is the crazy thing about it. But let's move on to the third attack after we take down this elixir storage. But in general, I mean, the strategy isn't the most strongest out of everything, it's just a fun way to use this LAVALOON puppet. Here we are on another diamond base, a lot better setup and also more compact in certain angles, okay? So this base, I was thinking of a flame flinger on the eagle, no mortar, no ground expo. If there is a very annoying defense, you can take it down with the rocket loons and keep going on with your day, you know, simple as that. But guys, again, I know some of you gonna say, okay, the LAVALOON puppet is still bad, and that's correct. You know, the LAVALOON puppet is not the best equipment, maybe even nearly the worst equipment in the game, but in general, there is always ways to use it, and this is why I wanted to come up with this strategy. I really wanted to give it a try, you know, because I couldn't accept the fact that this equipment would be a complete disaster, okay? So I tried my best, and hopefully you guys do like this way and method of using this strategy with the quadruple clone. Now, moving back to the attack, we're doing a nice Sui on the town hall. I really wanted my queen to go to the multi inferno so she can pull the CC at least and see what's inside the CC. Going with that earthquake boots and the spiky ball, you can see already how much damage it does, but the town hall is still up. One thing we can do is to add rocket loons and get the town hall with the phoenix. So this is how simple it can get. You can also drop the RC, but I kind of wanted to drop the RC on the enemy king so my flame flinger has better, you know, kind of access. Now look at the other air defense, it's on the other side, so make sure you put the angles right, pop the warden and go with the quadruple clone. And I always add the fuel rocket loons. Is just amazing, the value and the damage and the tanking, it's all coming together. I add rocket loons now on the air defense so these LAVALOON puppets stop and move backwards. You can add more LAVALOON and of course rocket loons to the scatter shots and the defenses that are ground targeting. They are gonna go down with one rocket loon unless there's a trap, but still we are managing to get this base done, tanking for this back end scatter shot, which worked out pretty well, and we absolutely crushed this base. So guys, honestly, what do you think? I know some of you gonna say, you know, after that crazy Sui value, there's a lot of strategies that can get this base. Maybe even if we added a fireball, it would still wreck the core and we can use the rocket loon on the back end. In, you know, fact, we are gonna have even more spells to use with our Sui or rocket loons, or in general everything else, I don't know, zaps, but this is just for fun. Here we are on the next base, and I wanted to bring you a certain base that had another core town hall type that it's kind of harder to get these bases because you only have, I think, wait, hold on, let me count. Actually, you have like 4 or 5 of those LAVALOON troops, so in general it's harder to get through the core and also keep on going with the base when you have that less of LAVALOON. But that's why I wanted to show you this base is gonna get wrecked crazy. RC, I dropped her at the beginning this time so we can get a value on the flame flinger side. Queen, I wanted her to go to this expo and multi-archer tower compartment. Doesn't matter from which side, which she's gonna choose the top eventually, but still I wall break the lower side, but it's fine. I can wall break again because we don't need a wall break for the king. Now we do have the earthquake boots again. This ability is just absolutely out of this world. It can give you hella value, and again, of course, the strategy kind of depends on your hero equipment. So if you have lower level of the RC or the queen or the king, it's really not gonna work that well. It could still work, you need to be more careful. Now I'm dropping some rocket loons to get these defenses, and you can see only for that air targeting defenses so you can get value. Popping the LAVALOON puppet, just make sure you don't clone minions like I did in this attack. You just need to pop a LAVALOON puppet and clone at least later. Going with the rage on the town hall, LAVALOON would absolutely destroy it. Keep on moving, and I'm adding the LAVALOON and the, you know, rocket loons basically on the back end to get this base done. Always keep like 1, 2 or 3, so this way you can use it for those back end kind of single or multi inferno or scatter shots. And look how much like rocket loons we got. This is an absolutely crushing attack, and let me know your thoughts about this way of using the LAVALOON puppet down in the comments below. See you soon on the next video. Take care, peace.